learners, welcome back. Let's start learning. Alright, so we were supposed to start from activity number 2. Observe any small, medium, large size organization and see for yourself which principles proposed by Henry Fayol are applicable in each of these organizations. Arrange them in a tabular format against each of the principles. Let's move ahead. Alright, write a summary of your findings. Bureaucracy. Let's move on to bureaucracy and let's discuss some of the key pointers which fall under bureaucracy. While Taylor on the management of workers on the shop floor, Fayol's focus was on the general management functions in the organization. Closely related to these ideas, Max Weber, the German sociologist, focused on developing a theory of bureaucratic management that emphasized a theory of authority, structure, and describing organizational activity as based on authority and relations. He looked at management and organizational behavior from a structural perspective. Weber described an ideal type of organization that he called it a bureaucracy. It is characterized by division of labor, a clearly defined hierarchy, detailed rules and regulations, and impersonal relations. He recognized that his ideal bureaucracy does not exist in reality, but rather represented a selective reconstruction of the real world. He meant it to be taken as a basis for theorizing about work and how work could be done in large groups. The features of Weber's ideal bureaucracy are job specialization. Work is divided into simple, routine, and well-defined specialized tasks. Hierarchy, positions, and people are organized with a clear authority structure in a hierarchy with control and supervision of the hierarchy. For match selection, employment and promotion must be merit-based. Employee selection must be done on the basis of technical qualification demonstrated by training, education, or a formal examination. Formal rules and regulations. Rigorous set of rules, formal rules, and regulations must be followed to ensure uniformity and regulate the actions of employees. Impersonality. Superiors must conduct official duty with an impersonal attitude, apply rules and controls uniformly, avoiding involvement with the personal preferences. Career orientation. Managers are professionals and they work for a fixed remuneration and pursue their careers within the organization. The classical approach thus provides a basis for training managers by identifying the functions and skills of managers. Its focus is on the universality of management principles. It provides a mechanistic view framework that overlooks the human factor in the organization and is based on the concept of rational economic man. In addition, other thinkers who contributed to the classical management are Mary Parker Foley and Chester Irwin Bernard. Mary Parker Foley argued that managers and workers should be considered as a group. Foley also proposed the law of situation, which makes a person accept the situation in which an individual is placed and try to work within those boundaries. She also reiterated the concept of coordination as critical in the early stages of the organization to have a strong hold on the control process. On the other hand, Bernard, who published the functions of the executive, focused on the integration of the individual and the organizational goals. He redefined the organization to include 3 elements: cooperation, purpose, and communication. According to him, people have to willingly cooperate and work for a purpose using both the formal and informal channels in the organization. In this book, he proposed 3 functions of an executive. According to him, the executives must contribute and provide a system of communication so as to ensure performance according to their potential and contribute to the formulation of the purpose of the organization. Overall, the classical management theory proposed a framework and principles of management which not only provide provided the guidelines to an organization to function, but also served as the foundation for the modern management approaches. Now we go on to activity number 3. Which of the tenets provided by Max Weber applied to only to any state government, the government of India? Take the example of any department, unit, and write down your observations. In the next session, we are going to discuss human relations approach or the behavioral approach.